We live in an age of anxiety, surrounded by technology and comfort, yet worry is our constant companion. We obsess over the past and future, rarely present in the now. Our culture teaches us to control every aspect of life, believing happiness lies in perfect management. But life is inherently uncertain, and our attempts to control it only fuel our anxiety. The world bombards us with information and expectations, making us feel unsafe and inadequate. We're anxious because we try to control the uncontrollable, caught in a cycle of worry and striving. But what if our need for control is based on a misunderstanding? Alan Watts offered a perspective that dissolves anxiety at its root. Alan Watts challenged the Western idea of the separate I, the ego locked inside our skin. This isolated self feels threatened and responsible for its own happiness, breeding anxiety. But who is this I? Thoughts, feelings, and even our bodies are always changing. Watts suggested the self is a process, not a thing. You are something the universe is doing, like a wave is what the ocean is doing. Realizing this is liberating. If there's no isolated me to defend, what is there to fear? Anxiety is the friction between our imagined separateness and our true interconnectedness. Letting go of the ego myth, we find our true identity as part of life's unfolding process. Our urge to control comes from believing we're separate and vulnerable. We try to manage everything, thinking safety and happiness depend on it. But life is fluid and unpredictable. Trying to control it is like grasping smoke. The more we force things, the more tension and anxiety we create. True peace comes from cooperating with life, not fighting it. Like sailing with the wind, instead of rowing against the current. Surrendering isn't giving up, it's skillfully working with reality. When we let go, we discover relief and freedom. We were never truly in control, and letting go allows us to fully participate in life. Let me pause for a moment. If you are already finding this content helpful, I would appreciate your support by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, and sharing it with anyone whom you feel could benefit. Now, back to our topic. Watts compared life to music or dance. The point isn't the ending, but the experience as it unfolds. We rush toward future goals, missing the beauty of the present. The only reality is now. Anxiety about the future deafens us to life's symphony. A dancer isn't fixated on the final pose. They're absorbed in each movement. Anxiety stiffens us, turning life into a series of calculations instead of a dance. Planning is useful, but once the music starts, we must let go and improvise. The joy is in the dance itself, not in perfect execution. By treating life as a dance, we shift from chasing the future to living in the vibrant now. Watts drew from Taoism's concept of Wu Wei, effortless action in harmony with life's flow. Wu Wei isn't passivity, it's acting without struggle, like water flowing around obstacles. When we're anxious, we resist life, creating friction and stress. Practicing Wu Wei means observing, understanding, and responding naturally, not forcing solutions. It's the difference between frantic effort and the master's graceful touch. Wu Wei reduces anxiety by removing the sense of personal struggle. You become a participant in life's dance, acting with lightness and ease. Trusting the process, the right action emerges naturally. Much of our anxiety comes from identifying with our thoughts. Watts encouraged us to observe our minds like the sky watches clouds. Thoughts come and go, but awareness remains. Mindfulness is being the sky, not the storm cloud. Watching thoughts without judgment weakens their grip. You don't need to fight or fix anxious thoughts, just let them pass. The effort to suppress them only makes them stronger. By becoming a curious observer, you create space and freedom from anxiety. You are the calm awareness, not the passing weather of your mind. Anxiety often comes from resisting change, wanting things to stay the same. But impermanence is the essence of life. Everything arises and fades. Watts taught that embracing change brings peace. A world without change would be lifeless. Even death is not an end, but a transformation. The wave returning to the ocean. The ego fears change, but our deeper self is part of the universe's ongoing dance. Acceptance doesn't mean indifference, it means trusting the natural order. Letting go of resistance frees energy once spent on anxiety. Appreciating the fleeting present, we find unshakable peace. Watts was practical. He urged radical self-acceptance. Stop fighting yourself. You are the product of cosmic evolution. Change happens more gracefully from acceptance than self-rejection. Cultivate humor about your worries. Laughter dissolves anxiety's grip. Practice awareness. Notice your breath, your body, the sounds around you. These moments anchor you in the present, away from anxious thoughts. Trust life's process as nature does. Let go of the oars, put up the sail. The journey is more graceful when you trust the wind and water. Watts insisted we not take life too seriously. Much anxiety comes from spiritual seriousness. The universe is playful. The ego's search for itself is the ultimate cosmic joke. Imagine chasing your own shadow only to realize it was always with you. The realization brings laughter, not solemnity. Humor deflates the ego's dramas and puts anxiety in perspective. Laughter isn't dismissing pain, but changing our relationship to it. When we laugh at our anxieties, we rob them of power. In laughter, we find freedom and peace. Our anxiety springs from mistaken identity, believing we're isolated egos. Watts's message is radical simplicity. Stop struggling, stop grasping, and just be. The goal isn't future perfection, but realizing you're already whole. This is a gentle, ongoing practice. Notice when you're caught in worry and return to the present. Come back to your breath, your body, the sounds around you. Letting go of anxiety isn't something you do, it's what happens when you stop doing everything else. Be gentle, be curious, trust the process. The dance is happening, you are invited to join in. If you found this content helpful, I would appreciate your support by liking this video, subscribing and sharing it with anyone whom you feel could benefit. Thank you for watching. Be and live in love and peace.